Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the coin. Another absolute chaotic day lined up with plethora of news that's just going to blow your mind. This is just one of many news in regards to Victor Osimhen, as I suspected in the last few days. I know maybe about a month ago, I was thinking, nah, Osimhen to Chelsea is a real thing. But as days progressed, it looked very, very far-fetched. So we're going to talk about that. Of course, the news in regards to Osimhen is triggered by the even bigger news in regards to Kylian Mbappe potentially not staying at PSG anymore. Well, this is what everyone's saying in terms of David Ornstein, in terms of Fabrizio Romano. So there could be truth around that. And of course, Chelsea. We've got another backroom staff lined up. We've got another brother that is going to be, under Paul Winstanley and Lawrence Stewart, and it comes in the likes of this particular individual named Sam Jewell. So we'll talk about that. And of course, there's De Zerbi. It's just mad. It's just mad. So you know what we're going to do? Look, I wanted to start from here, but I think it's prudent we start from the whole news in regards to Victor Osimhen. I think this is going to be very, very important. Now, as I said, Victor Osimhen news was triggered off the back of this particular news. So let's start from here, ladies and gentlemen. David Ornstein, who generally makes us all nice and horny, but not in this case. David Ornstein breaking: Kylian Mbappe has communicated decision to leave PSG this summer. Terms yet to be fully agreed. PSG plus 25-year-old will communicate when finalized in coming months. Will save club 200 million euros per year, and they will focus on youth collective. So I don't know, maybe they're going to try and replicate Chelsea's project under this new ownership that we have. This is coming from The Athletic. So big news, Kylian Mbappe. A lot of Chelsea fans saying, Todd Bowley, get the man to Chelsea Football Club. Look, it ain't happening. The guy's on some mega wages. There's only one club that's going to be able to do this, and that's Real Madrid. So it looks pretty certain he's going towards Real Madrid, and this is going to mean PSG is going to need some sort of fireworks. So what's happening in PSG? Victor Osimhen figures prominently on PSG list to replace Kylian Mbappe. PSG preparing for possible exits since summer, plus stepped up multiple discussions in January to be ready for June. So apparently there's been discussions with Victor Osimhen from by PSG. 25-year-old Napoli striker, strong contender. So once again, coming from David Ornstein, and I think I'm not sure whether Fabrizio commented on this, but Fabrizio did comment on the Mbappe news. So ladies and gentlemen, we need to forget about Victor Osimhen. I need to forget about Victor Osimhen. I think a lot of you guys didn't even think about Victor Osimhen. One of the reasons why Victor Osimhen is probably not going to happen is large fees. We need to understand our ownership and our board. There's three criteria that have to be met. They have to be met, right? 1, low transfer fee. 2, low wages. 3, they've got to be in and around, less than 23 or less. Even 25 is probably a bit too old for our current model, the project that we're trying to, do, wherever this project is going. Whether we like it or not, this seems to be the criteria. So Osimhen does not fit that. Well, he's 25. Maybe he may just hit the age bracket, maybe not. You also have to understand, the long-term contracts will not be able to, we're not going to get the amortization to have that spread across the long-term contract anymore. It's capped to 5 years. So previously, a lot of people were saying, the ownership is, they're ambitious. 100% they're ambitious. They got midfielders like Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo on such large transfer fees. It shows ambition. They can do these things. Yeah, well, they did that because they were able to amortize that entire transfer fee across the 8-9 years of that, contract. So you're not going to be able to do that. It's now capped to 5 years. So when you've got a particular transfer fee that you can break it up over 8-9 years as opposed to 5, it makes it a little bit cheaper if you think about it in that manner. I know we purchased those players for a lot of money, but per year the cost is going to be a lot cheaper than getting someone like Victor Osimhen, who also the wages, our cap at the moment apparently is 150k per week. Victor Osimhen is going to go to someone like PSG where he's going to earn close to 300k. I know you're saying, well, what about Raheem Sterling? He's earning 300k. Why can't we just take that money away from him and just give it to Victor Osimhen? But then age as well. There's too many implications here. So, ladies and gentlemen, forget about Victor Osimhen. I need to forget about Victor Osimhen. It's not happening. So, what is happening? What's going to happen? Who are we going to get as a striker? Honestly, ladies and gentlemen, brace yourself for John Duran. I'm not even kidding. Brace yourself for the likes of John Duran. Maybe Sesko, he's got a 43 million euros release clause. Perhaps the age fits as well. Maybe the wage might fit as well. So that could be a possibility. Boniface from Leverkusen. There could be other players in and around there. It's definitely not going to be Ivan Toney. Brentford's going to ask for a lot of money for Ivan Toney as well. Ivan Toney's wages are going to be a bit of a concern. And I think Ivan Toney, from an age perspective as well, doesn't meet the criteria. So, as I said, whether you like it or not, this is how Chelsea's operating. I definitely don't like it. I wonder where this is all going to go. Apparently, the song "Everything is Gonna Be Okay," that's what's getting played at Stamford Bridge at the moment. So let's see what happens. Now, next up, ladies and gentlemen, check this out. Chelsea have made an offer for Brighton's head of recruitment, Sam Jewell, who replaced Paul Winstanley a couple of seasons ago when the new ownership took over, right? This comes off the back of the loans manager. Now, there's been a lot of hoo-ha, a lot of chaos about the loans manager. Look, I understand. And some of your comments, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, were very, very good in my previous video in regards to that. So thank you so much for having constructive comments about the loans manager. I do realize Chelsea Football Club used to have a loans manager before in the likes of Claude Makelele. And this is probably not a unnecessary position. It's not a made-up position. There is a requirement. Our loans have not really worked out this season. So I can understand. But my question is, there seems to be too many personnel. Like, we've already got 2 sporting directors, and it seems like now they're just delegating their job. So what are they going to do? Are they just overlooking and just seeing what's going on? Is that it? And then what's Igbali and Bowley? Are they going to just completely move away? And not just that, ladies and gentlemen, it's not just about the 2 sporting directors. Honestly, go out there and have a look at Chelsea's, the management structure, who's involved. There are a whole heap of people, man. Carl McCauley, Joe Shields, Neil Bath, and there's just so many people just doing so many different things. And then on top of the loans manager, now this guy as well. Chelsea have made an offer for Brighton's head of recruitment. And once again, Brighton. Where do I even talk about this entire particular news? All the different personnels. We've got so many already. And then people from Brighton as well. So many people from Brighton. It almost seems like Todd Bowley and Igbali, you probably should have bought Brighton and your whole project would have cost far less, because you're pretty much wanting what Brighton's got at Chelsea Football Club. You probably could have just bought Brighton and just carried on with your process. So look, what does it mean? What does all this mean? Are we setting ourselves up for maybe De Zerbi down the track? That question has to be, coming into fruition now, because everything, and in recent times, we've heard that Pochettino apparently is not getting along with Paul Winstanley and Lawrence Stewart. So I don't know. And there's been rumors that maybe Pochettino, but at the end of this season, this might be it. They will not continue with him. Are we getting all of these Brighton people to set ourselves up for De Zerbi? That is a question that everyone needs to ask. And apparently De Zerbi does, he does enjoy, this guy is still at Brighton. He does enjoy working with, Sam Jewell, and Paul Winstanley, I think, is the one that was, that got De Zerbi over there. So, ladies and gentlemen, you let me know. For me, all of these people, I'm honestly confused as a fan. What are they all doing? Do we need all of these recruitments? And it's not like we're getting all of these recruitments and we're making some mad recruits. Do you know what I mean? We're making some really good recruitments. We're not. We're buying all of these kids. And I don't know where the future of the football club is going to go, man. All of these kids, honestly, kids have never won anything in football. Anything substantial. No other clubs have this same model as us, because it's not a winning formula. If you think that all of these kids are going to stick around for 5-6 seasons together and then they'll explode into some top, superstar team down the track, you're having a laugh, man. I'm telling you. Some of the better players, they'll not stick around for too long if Chelsea continue being mediocre. I've seen this with Arsenal. Every time Arsenal had a sniff of a good team, they lost the likes of Sami Nasri, or they lost the likes of Robin van Persie, or they lost the likes of Cesc Fabregas, and so on and so forth. So this kind of seems like that type of model where if we have a player that's good enough down the track, we're just going to sell them and just bring in the money and then just keep replicating this. And hopefully this model allows us to get top 4, and maybe that's what they're only aiming for. Next up, breaking: Brighton are understood to be prepared for Roberto De Zerbi's potential departure and are drawing up contingency plans in the event he leaves. De Zerbi has admirers from both Liverpool and Manchester United. So look, Roberto De Zerbi apparently will not stick around at Brighton by the end of this season. So he is a man that is open for a new role. And you best believe Chelsea, the way we are moving and trying to get everyone from Brighton, might as well just have the Brighton badge at the moment. Soon we're going to see Roberto De Zerbi maybe linked to Chelsea Football Club. Who knows if Pochettino stays around for next season or not. In the likes of Roberto De Zerbi, him as a manager, he's a very good manager. I've got no doubts about that. I like his philosophy. I like his playing style a lot. I know a lot of guys are a little bit skeptic about his defensive side of the game, but you have to understand, better defenders will carry his instructions to the T, as opposed to the defenders that he has, who are not bad, but you need far greater quality 1v1. That's the kind of defensive model that he's implemented in Brighton. More 1v1 defenders defending, as opposed to everyone sort of in a zone, basically. So watch this space. In regards to Roberto De Zerbi, let me know your thoughts, ladies and gentlemen, whether you would appreciate someone like Roberto De Zerbi at Chelsea Football Club. Check this out from Max. De Zerbi has been critical of, but was positive about Sam Jewell, who might join Chelsea. Chelsea already have Colwell, Caicedo, and higher-ups believe in Mudryk when Pochettino doesn't. There you go. Mudryk is someone who really, really caught Roberto De Zerbi's eye, and Roberto De Zerbi really rates Mudryk as well. I think they worked together back in Shakhtar Donetsk. We also have Winstanley, of course. Are we going to see Roberto De Zerbi as the next manager? So the question's floating around already. I've started to think the only way Mudryk can succeed here and play regularly will be under Roberto De Zerbi, as he was the one who managed him at Shakhtar and believes he can be a Ballon d'Or winner. So we shall see. Some mad movements that's happening down the track. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, check this out. And this news, obviously Conor Gallagher news, is happening on a daily basis. The fact that our board owners, they're looking to sell Conor Gallagher potentially, it makes me think they don't really value Pochettino's say in any of these matters, to be honest. So it makes me also think this is also an indicator that perhaps Pochettino is not the long-term plan, but we shall see. Pochettino has always sought to keep Conor Gallagher, but the club could sanction a sale regardless of his opinion if the other members of their transfer hierarchy, Bowley, Ighbali, Shields, Winstanley, and Stewart, agree if it is the best interest of the club. Look at all the people, ladies and gentlemen. Bowley, Ighbali, Shields, Winstanley, Stewart. I mean, too many cooks, too many chefs in the kitchen, man. Like, I don't understand. I mean, is it wise to have so many? Like, there's a tweet that I just want to quickly share with you guys that I posted on my Twitter page. If you haven't got it, check this out. What Jose Mourinho said. This is coming from 5. Jose Mourinho post his sacking from Roma. Finally did an interview, this first interview, and it's with 5 UK, Rio Ferdinand's channel. This is what he had to say. Jose Mourinho: the structure at Chelsea was not complex. It was very simple. Roman Abramovich, Peter Kenyon, and me. There was a big trust. It was a structure where there were no doubts about the responsibility. It worked immediately. Now, is this too simplistic in this modern era? Like, I'm confused. That worked. Is that too much to ask for? Is that too basic now? We need all of these people. I get it. We have the multi-dimensional structure where we're looking to buy more clubs. I understand that. But for Chelsea, Why can't we have a streamlined process like this? Why is it so complex? I don't know. It's crazy. You let me know, ladies and gentlemen, if this is too basic. Maybe this doesn't work anymore. I'm not really sure. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, check this out. Breaking news: Reese James is targeting a return to full training within a month and wants to be part of Chelsea's run-in. Although the club are mindful of rushing him back, please, for God's sakes, don't rush him back. Even if he's ready, mentally he feels ready, that he's wanting to train, no problems. Train. Push yourself in the training sessions. I'm worried. I'm very, very worried. I mean, his injury records are mad. If we can finally get him right, as Jorginho, I don't know if you guys saw, Jorginho had a video that's all over Twitter at the moment. Jorginho puts Reese James as one of his top 5 players of the Premier League that he's played with or played against. Do you know what I mean? So Reese James is unbelievable when fit, fully fit, in attack, in defense, complete package. But he's barely ever fit. So please, Chelsea Football Club, do not rush him back. Reese James has started light training 2 months after surgery on a hamstring injury and is targeting a return to full training with Chelsea next month. So obviously we're in February, next month, March. Could he potentially feature around April? Look, no problems if you want to give him some minutes here and there, but I don't want him to be forced into the team and get another big injury, get himself fully ready for next season, because this season's right off for him. So he's not going to create any more impact for us. So, and then Malo Gusto has been doing madness. So I've got no issues about continuing with Malo Gusto, who's been performing really well. And I don't want to push Reese James to come back. So let me know once again in the comment section what you think about that. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, check this out. Ian Martin, killing it in the Bundesliga, and I'm not surprised by this. Ian Martin has won Bundesliga Young Player of the Month award, available for 35 million release clause in the summer. Apparently, he was not good enough, deemed not good enough for us, but he's absolutely killing it in Bundesliga. Just went in there and in his first month wins an award, Young Player of the Month award. It's sad that Mauricio Pochettino didn't see any value in him, which, let's see. Maybe if Pochettino doesn't continue with Chelsea Football Club next season and it's De Zerbi, who knows? Maybe it is De Zerbi. I'm not sure. I'm just putting it out there. He may fancy someone like Ian Martin, but we shall see what his future is. But then again, also pure profit, financial fair play. Ian Martin will give you that. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know everything that you how you felt about all the news that we've gone through in the comment section. Please let me know. Hope you've enjoyed this. Smash the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Until next time, everyone, take care and see ya.